Hello everyone, and welcome to stage 3 of our Understanding by Design template. In this stage, we are going to plan our learning experiences. In the tutorial, I'm going to go through the template with you and learn how we're going to utilize the acronym WHERE to in order to finish our path to get to our big idea that we created in stage 1. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. All right, let's get started on stage 3 of our UbD template. This is our final stage, and this is where we're going to plan our learning experiences. So when we work throughout stage 3, we're going to remember the acronym WHERE to, and that's going to guide us through this stage of our UbD template. We're going to start with the W, and this is going to help the students know where the unit's going. It's going to help them know what is expected, and it's going to help us as instructors know where the students are coming from, what prior knowledge they may have, and what preconceived notions they may have about the topic that you're teaching, or maybe who has an interest and is really fascinated by this topic that you're about to cover. We're going to create our SMART learning objectives here. And that's where we're going to focus on Bloom's taxonomy and use those action words when we are creating our SMART learning objectives. Next, we're going to go down to relevance, and this is our what portion. So this is what the benefits to the students are going to be and how they're going to benefit from the learning of this material. So really think of, other than passing a test, how this is going to benefit the students long term. So finally, we're going to come down to the diagnosis part, and this is how you are going to gauge what the students know before the lesson, what they know after the lesson, and also how you're going to test throughout, engage throughout the lesson if they have any misconceptions or if there's any just complete misfires in the understanding of the information that you're teaching. Then next we're going to come to our H, which is our hook and hold. So this is where you're going to really create that one activity that is going to hook those students in and hold their interest. And always remember to make your hook and hold activity something that is relevant to the information that you are teaching. Then we want to take a look at how we are going to utilize technology within that hook and hold activity. Okay, so next we're going to move on to the first E, which is equip the students to help them experience and explore. So this is where the instructor is going to equip the students so that they can make meaning and eventually perform with understanding the information that you are teaching them. Okay, then we're going to move on to our R, which is rethink and revise and redefine. So this is where students are going to really take a deep dive into the information that they've learned, possibly encourage them to take a different side, look at it from different views, give them the opportunity to meet in some peer critique groups or some practice sessions, to really try to put into works the information that they've used. And then we're going to encourage them to reflect and self-regulate. And this is going to be an opportunity for the students to possibly maybe write in a reflection journal about what they've learned and about the performance that they've had within the unit. So the next portion is evaluate. And that is all about formative feedback. And how are the students going to get that feedback so that they can implement it and improve their work going forward? And that might not necessarily just be in this unit, but that could be overall. So perhaps those skills that they really need improvement on can translate into other units. So really think about that when you're giving opportunities for feedback. Okay, so now we're going to move into the to portion. The T is for tailored. So you need to look at the needs not only of the entire classroom, but also those of each individual student within your classroom. And finally, we're going to look at our O, which is organized. And one way to be organized is to use technology. So we're going to be organized towards learner-centered strategies. So our strategies are always about focusing on the learner and what is going to be best for them in this particular unit. We're going to organize to be authentic. So really engage your students so that they can understand the information, not just within the classroom, but make it relevant both locally and globally in many other areas of their lives. And then next, we're going to organize to creativity, higher order skills, and mental habits of the mind. So this is where we're going to really focus on those critical thinking skills and metacognition, really those super creative activities that really just get the learner really engaged and really utilizing those skills that can be applicable to so many different areas of their lives. So we're going to be organized to assess the student's learning. So how are we going to really apply assessments within the classroom utilizing technology to make sure that those students are meeting those core standards that we have listed for the unit? And finally, how we're going to be organized to use technology to analyze data. And this is really for us as instructors. And this will allow us to see areas in which we may be failing as instructors, areas that need tweaking and readjusting so our students can really absorb that information. We can also see areas where the students are really thriving and things that we are really doing right when we're creating these units. And that brings us to the end of stage 3 of our UbD template.